This group called Do No Harm,
Right.
and it's a group of doctors that is trying to push back against what they call woke creep in the medical field, because you have diversity and equity issues that are being taught all throughout medical school. But imagine you're the patient, and in a few years you go, and now your doctor has been trained in a different way rather than just based on the science. That's what they're trying to do, is to bring a little attention.
Growing fears about the impact of the far-left agenda on your health care. Dr. Goldfarb, you have this great op-ed this morning in the Wall Street Journal, and it talks about how our health care system is going woke. Give us some examples, because a lot of Americans don't know this.
As the prophet of critical race theory, Ibram Kendi, has said that any past discrimination must be dealt with future discrimination. And this means that patients in the future will be discriminated against in favor of one group over the benefit of another.
Do No Harm is a network, a coalition of doctors and nurses, medical students and patients, administrators, people who are really concerned about woke ideology spreading in the healthcare system.
Joining us now to discuss Dr. Stanley Goldfarb, former Associate Dean of Curriculum at the University of Pennsylvania's Perelman School of Medicine. He's also the chairman of a new organization called Do No Harm.
Do No Harm was started because we feel that the public and even many physicians are unaware of some of the issues that have arisen.
This also reminds me of that group I've mentioned before. It's called Do No Harm. And it's where this are making sure that medical professionals are not basically having this happen to them. They get anonymous tips from people in the profession saying, well, this job opening just went up, and it says that basically no Asians need apply. That's not allowed. So Do No Harm will call them, call the state, call as their lawyers, and say, you have to take it down. And they often will win, but they'll go to court for it. And that's what you need, people like that.
That phrase, Do No Harm, is embedded in the Hippocratic Oath, that speaks about treating individual patients as individuals and not as members of a group. And we adopted that name because we think that best reflects what our goal is. Our goal is to prevent any harm from being done to patients in the name of racial equity.
Welcome back to Fox and Friends. Wokeness is in session. A review by the Do No Harm Medical Professionals Association found that top medical schools are screening applicants for their social justice views before they can even walk in the door.
This is infecting all areas of medical schools, and we're finding that even the top medical schools are asking questions of their applicants to help gauge their acceptance of ideologies like critical race theory or health equity or anti-racism, and this is bad for medicine.
A report published by a group named Do No Harm accuses the school of, quote, infusing equity and anti-racism into the Doctor of Medicine program. That includes things like anti-racism resources for white people and guidelines for being a strong white ally.
But you're not with this organization called Do No Harm, donoharmmedicine.org. And on your website it says, the same radical movement behind critical race theory in the classroom and defund the police is coming after healthcare. Explain how that works. How is it coming after our healthcare industry now?
Well, it's true. Anti-racism agendas and implicit bias training are just two examples of radical ideologies that are infiltrating the industry and also our academic settings.
Now, joining me now is Laura Morgan. She's a registered nurse who says that she was fired for refusing to do the implicit bias training.
I definitely could have gone in and checked all the boxes that my employer wanted me to check, which was to say that I acknowledge that, yes, I have unconscious biases toward my patients.
Do this again. It's this idea that we're going to make up for past discrimination by present and future discrimination, something that, we at Do No Harm feel very strongly is un-American, and that is something that we need to combat.